And pretty soon here, the Cowboys are going to have to make a decision about DeMarcus Lawrence. If they can't get him signed to a long-term deal, they're going to have to tag him by March
5th in order to. Now they can still work toward
Yeah.
A deal for. They'll give them another 2 to 3 months to work toward a deal. I don't think he will be. I don't think the tag will be in place on him once training camp starts. But it's going to be a big contract, and it's going to be bigger than what they would have paid him and what he would have taken last year. So
Yeah, that was
we'll
the danger.
see where this goes.
That's the risk they ran.
Yeah, but their side of it was he had not put together back-to-back seasons of double-digit sacks until these last 2 years.
Yeah.
He had not been able to stay on the field for an entire season in back-to-back years. So he was able to do that. And even going back to 2016, where he played the final 8 games with a back injury that he could have easily have shut it down, but he stayed out there and played. I mean, they have seen everything about this guy. They want to reward him. They want to keep him going forward. But like anything, how do they view what that reward should be versus how he views what that reward should be? And I think they will make him a very lucrative contract offer. Will it be enough to get this done by March 5th? It's really difficult to say right now whether or not. It's really difficult to give odds on that one way or the other. I don't know that they've had serious enough discussions at this point exchanging concrete numbers. They've certainly exchanged concepts, but that's different from concrete numbers and getting down to what the guarantee is going to be, what the signing bonus is going to be, which are the key numbers. But this contract's going to go over $100 million. There's no question.
Yeah. So now you brought up something interesting in the story you wrote the other day about his situation. Is that he needs shoulder surgery for torn labrum? Is that
torn
it?
left labrum? Yeah.
And he is not going to get that until he gets a contract, right?
Those are the indications, and about to write something about this just when we finish the podcast. He is, that is typically 3 to 4 months recovery. So you're basically at the stage now, even if he agrees to a contract by March 5th, you're not going to see him really in the organized team activities or the mini camp. Now you'll see him, he'll be there, which if he's under the franchise tag, I think there's a very good chance he's not there at all. He's made it pretty clear, if I don't have a long-term contract, I'm not taking part in the off-season program. Now, but the point of all of this is that you're not going to see him work out in the off-season anyway, at least from a team standpoint. It's going to be rehabbing. So he's delayed this to the point, and there's no concern in the organization. They would rather see him get the surgery sooner rather than later. But their plan was already, well, he's going to need this labrum surgery, so he's really not going to be on the field much during organized team activities and probably even not the mini camp. And even in training camp, we're going to limit him. And, I mean, this is a veteran guy who's had a lot of wear and tear on his body, and you know how important he is to the team. They traditionally don't push those guys in camp. We've seen it time and time again. So, if people want to say, "Oh my gosh, well he's delaying surgery," what is that going to mean for him working back in? I don't think a whole lot, because I don't think he was going to do a lot this whole season anyway, is what I'm getting to. So I think that's I think he views it somewhat as leverage and incentive to get this deal done sooner rather than later. And they probably do too, but I don't think it's the leverage or what in the world are you doing? How is this going to impact your ability to get ready for the season? We're certainly not to that point yet.